So let's get started with some quick tips for how we can bring an audience in right from the get-go. First, please prepare yourself. Think about what it is that you might want to say. Because at some point, you will be sitting next to someone at the Thanksgiving table and they're going to ask you what you're working on. You're going to meet a colleague at a poster session. You will have to talk about your research at some point. So it's worth just taking a little bit of time to think about it. And once you've thought about it and figured out what you want to say, practice it. And don't just practice it a little bit, practice it a lot. Because the more comfortable you are with talking about your science, the more confident you're going to come across to the audience, the more prepared you will seem. And once you've done that, once you're ready to actually engage with these people, remember to welcome them. And this is where body language really comes in. It takes you less than 1/10 of a second to look at someone's face and decide whether or not you like them, whether or not you trust them, which is really terrifying when you think about politics. So the audience is reading information from you right away. So you want to control what message your body is sending. So take a step forward and open your posture out to greet the audience. And there's a big difference between a posture like this, which is welcoming and confident, and a posture like this, especially if you're hiding behind a podium or trying to get into the corner of the room, right? This says, I don't want to be here. And we've all seen, okay, some of you can't see me, but we've all seen people standing next to a poster like this. And you never visit those posters, right? So open body language, eye contact, smile, and engage with the audience. And please remember to be excited. I know a lot of you are in your first quarter here at Stanford, so you haven't had time yet to become jaded. I promise it will come. But we all get to that point in our research where we're just exhausted. And even though we are so excited to be here at Stanford, somewhere in the back of our brains, it doesn't necessarily show. So remember why it is that you came here. Remember why it is you are dedicating your lives and your evenings and your weekends to pursuit of knowledge. And let that excitement show. And if you're not excited, if you're at that point in your PhD, it's usually like around year 3, where you're really not excited, lie. Because if you're not excited, your audience will not be excited. But also remember to please be yourself. When we get up in front of a room to present, we tend to put on our fancy presenter hat and our fancy presenter shoes and become someone else entirely. And we become overly formal, and we start using big fancy vocabulary to try and impress people. It's a conversation. There's just a lot of you, and you're not really talking back at me very much. But it's still a conversation, so you should do all the things that you do in a normal conversation. Things like making eye contact, smiling, cracking jokes if you're that kind of person, using gestures. So be yourself.